Hi everyone, this is Jeff, the Laid Back Retro Gamer. I'm making this video because I just noticed earlier today I had reached the 400 subscriber mark, and I mean that's just amazing. Like this past month or so, it's been a little bit hard for me to gain some new subscribers. It's kind of like teeter-tottering between like 375 to about 385, and just going back and forth. I guess people were unsubbing and some new people were subbing again. And yeah, that was going on for at least a couple weeks. And I mean, like, it's not to the fact that like I'm obsessed with like having a certain number of subscribers. It was just, I was looking forward to doing the 400 subscriber video, and I had this idea, for a while now. And I guess I get to finally do it because when I had checked my subscriber base, I was at 402 or I think 403, somewhere around there. So it's enough to do a 400 subscriber video. So yeah, I figured for this one I would do my favorite like top 10 games of all time. I was gonna do maybe like a top 20 because there's a bunch of systems like I really didn't get to, but for time constraints, I'm just gonna do the top 10. And actually, this is gonna be in number order. Some of my other top 10s really are in no order, but yeah, I'm gonna start out with this one for the Sony PlayStation. It's a game called Eternal Eyes, and it's sort of like an obscure game. For the most part, it's an RPG, and like you go around in like a bunch of these like mystical kingdoms and stuff. And the cool part about it is that you control these things they call like magical puppet monsters, whatever. Like you basically play as like a fairly young child, whatever. It's sort of hard to explain. I mean, there's probably some gameplay up of it on YouTube, but it's just a very good game. This was by Crave Entertainment, and yeah, I picked this up when I bought a lot of games off of eBay for PS1. This was about maybe 5 or 6 years ago. Um, and yeah, so I was playing that a lot, and I've gone through the game multiple times, and it's challenging, and the length of it is pretty good. It keeps you coming back. So that's number 10. Number 9, this is for the NEC TurboGrafx 16. It's a game called JJ and Jeff. This is the US version of a game on the PC Engine called Kato and Ken. Um, it's basically a game that contains like a bunch, like toilet humor and things like that. But it's a platformer basically. Um, and it was based off of a Japanese TV show, but there was a number of elements in it that were censored here in the United States, so they changed it. And like the different things like in the game, like you can get hurt by like a bird, going to the bathroom on you, or certain things like that. Like when you get power-ups, you have to go into like a restroom to get them, like for health and things like that. It's just a really cool game on the TurboGrafx 16. It's a bit hard to get. I ended up paying $20 for this one about a year ago, and this was even before I had my TurboGrafx. But yeah, very good game. So that was number 9. This is number 8. This is a game for PlayStation 2 called The Bouncer, and that was by Squaresoft. It's pretty much like a beat 'em up, and it has even some almost like RPG elements to it, because like when you go through the story, there's a few different characters, and you can select which one you want, like to play out that scene, and there's multiple different ways of beating it. And I bought this for $4.99 not too long ago, and I just really fell in love with it. It's an excellent title, and you know that Squaresoft is doing outstanding games like always. So that would be number 8. Um, this is number 7. This is a regular Microsoft Xbox exclusive, Crazy Taxi 3 High Roller. And I'm a huge fan of the whole Crazy Taxi series, but this one was phenomenal because you could play all the stages from the first and second Crazy Taxi, plus they added a few new characters to this, and there's a whole bunch of challenges that you could do. Um, it's basically like a Las Vegas, like a Nevada setting, mostly to the game for the things that are in part 3. But it's very cool, driving your taxi around, picking up people, getting money, dropping them off, and it's all based on time and things like that. That's a good game. So here's number 6. This is for the Sega Dreamcast, called Dynamite Cop by Sega. It was an awesome arcade port that they did from the arcade to the Dreamcast, and it was honestly spot on. This game, like, you know, you don't even really need a VMU or anything to beat it. Like, it'll take you about, I don't know, 2 hours, and it's just really like mindless violence. You just like run around and beat stuff up, and like all the bunch of elements that are involved in the scenarios you can use, like chairs and tables and different things like from vending machines, and you can like destroy an item and then the pieces of it become available as a weapon. Yeah, I've beat that like so many times I totally forgot. Um, so yeah, so rounding out, this is the top 5 now. This Double Dragon 2 on the NES. There's a bit of a glare on these. Sorry about that. Yeah, Double Dragon 2: The Revenge. Um, Big reason why that's in my top 5 is because, like I said, one of my previous videos, I used to play that game in the 7-Eleven that I had near my home, and this is when I was younger, growing up, and I used to spend so much money on that, at least like $5-6 a week, just going in there pumping quarters into it. It's been a fantastic game. The entire Double Dragon series is kick-ass. So this is my 4th one. This is on the Sega Saturn, Busted Move 2 Arcade Edition. It's a puzzler, puzzle game. Basically, a lot of fun. They added some different features that were not in the arcade, and you can go head to head, 1 or 2 player action, and it's from Taito and Acclaim. And it's a K to A game, kids to adults. There's really nothing violent about it, and the whole family can pick it up and play it and usually enjoy it. It's so addictive it should be illegal. Yeah, very addictive is totally true. So rounding out the top 3 real quick, I'm sort of stuck on time here. I only have about 3 minutes left. This is for the N64 GoldenEye 007. I have about maybe at least 3 copies of this. I am looking to get a box version, but those are running a bunch of money. Yeah, so GoldenEye, like the whole first-person shooter genre, that really expanded my horizons as far as that. I mean, that game got me like totally hooked on the whole first-person shooter, and just a ton of games that came out after that that utilized some of those same characteristics that were in 007 GoldenEye. So number 2 by Capcom. This is on the Sega Genesis, Street Fighter II Special Championship Edition. Another amazing game. Probably one of my favorite Street Fighters. Actually, my very favorite is Street Fighter II Turbo. I do not have that one right now, so that's why I'm showing the Street Fighter II SCE, the Special Championship Edition. That would be like my second favorite Street Fighter game, but whatever, just, for visual aid. And then number 1, of course, I've even said this at least 2-3 times in other videos, also by Capcom, Final Fight for the SNES. Actually, my favorite version is for the Sega CD. I have played it, but I mean, I don't own it because it's about $80 to $100 game or more. Plus, like I said, my Sega CD, I have a Model 1 and it has a bunch of laser lens issues, and I'm looking to either get it repaired or just keep it in storage and maybe pick up a Model 2 sometime off of eBay. But yeah, so that's my top 10. I have a little over a minute left. But yeah, guys, to everybody that views my channel, I'm close to the 11,000 channel views mark pretty soon, and that's just amazing to me because my whole goal was basically to get 10,000, and I've seemed to I've been breaking that, and like I said, 400 plus subscribers right now. Just in the past 2 or 3 days alone, I've gotten about 15 more new really cool people I've been talking to. Sorry for not really doing individual shout-outs on this. No disrespect to anyone. It's just to the point that, there's so many of you guys now, and it's not really overwhelming, but it's just a lot to keep up with, and, I mean, I would have to make like a 4 or 5 part video just to thank everyone again, and, I mean, I already thanked a number of you guys, like at least 300 plus people on my 300 sub special, so, yeah, I might do like another shout out, but I'm going to be working on some more top 10s. I might have another one up today. So thanks very much, guys. Take care.